welcome back to yet another review and to another Cars on the Road product review. Today I'm very excited to be taking a look at the Showtime Story Pack, a 4-pack that includes the Circus Stunt Biplane, the Circus Stunt Performer, Road Trip Lightning McQueen, and just a regular old Mater. This pack seems to be a Target exclusive here in the US, where I picked it up for $19.99. Now, Target doesn't really get multi-packs all that often. Typically, Target gets 10 packs, while Walmart gets 5 packs, and Target really hasn't had a smaller multi-pack in several years now. I think the last time they had any was back in 2017. I brought up the price because this is a new type of product. It's not really considered a gift pack like multi-packs usually are. They call it a story pack because it also includes a little cheap cardboard accessory in the back, which obviously is part of their reason to have it sell for the same price that you could buy a 5-pack at Walmart. Now, they have been including little cardboard accessories with other multi-packs. The Amazon exclusive 5-packs that have been coming out this year have been coming with a little backdrop and cardboard accessories, and those go for $25. So it seems in Mattel's mind, including a bit of cheap cardboard as a little set piece, display piece, play piece, allows them to jack up the price. But I'm not complaining about the price of this pack because I love the exclusive die casts in this pack. We have the Circus Stunt Biplane and the Circus Stunt Performer, aka the Clown Pity. If you've been on my Discord server at all since this guy leaked back in June, you'll know that I am very, very excited for the Clown Pity here. I absolutely love this die cast, and I'm so glad it's already out. I'm very excited to take a look at it. I think doing a 4-pack here, doing a multi-pack with this story pack name, I'm sure that means there will be several other on-the-road multi-packs, I think was a pretty smart decision on Mattel's part. There are going to be a lot of new characters in On the Road, and it's a pretty smart way to release a bunch of them all at once without crowding singles cases, since of course they want to continue making products based off of the movies at this time as well, which I think is a really smart choice. We don't know if these two will be released in other ways. They're not labeled as exclusive on the box, but I think for now, they're gonna be exclusive to this pack. Do you really expect them to release this guy as a single or a deluxe? Do you really expect them to release the Clown Pity by itself? Really highly doubt that. As you can see on the box, we have this image of Lightning and Mater. This is actually going to be my first time reviewing the On the Road McQueen diecast of the Cars on the Road logo. This map design going all around, salt flats you can see labeled up there. I don't think any other areas are labeled, but this is what's in the background of all the blisters for On the Road products. We have this little circus tent design, which also appears on the Ivy playset. So it'll be interesting to see if products based off of other episodes will include different logos. See Willie's Butte over there. There is just a logo on the other side of the box with volcano, representing Cretaceous Gardens. I don't know why my voice started going when I said volcano. We've got Showtime Story Pack, Road Trip Lightning McQueen. Mattel has decided to label Mater releases for On the Road as Road Trip Mater, despite the fact that there's nothing different with him, not even his face. But what's interesting is that he does have a different facial expression here on the box for his prototype image. The same happened earlier on this year with the Mater with longer tow hook, released in a 2-pack with Road Repair McQueen. It seems like they keep planning on giving these Maters different faces, but they just end up giving them the same one, and it's really annoying because it's labeled as Road Trip Mater, which implies that it's new and different, but it's just a regular Mater. Circus Stunt Performer and Circus Stunt Biplane, really boring names. I would have preferred if this guy were Clown Pity. Come on, Mattel. Not fair. You can see contents: 4 vehicles, 1 gate, and 2 gate stands. Wow! Contents! Another interesting thing to note is that this pack is made in Thailand. I believe they've gone back to making multi-packs in Thailand for 2022, which is pretty interesting. Of course, for the past few years, they've been made in Vietnam. Alright, so before I show you guys the contents of this set, I just want to briefly say something. You might be wondering where my 5-year anniversary special video is. My 5-year anniversary was yesterday. But I also started college classes yesterday, so I was very busy yesterday. I am currently editing the video, though. It's almost done. But yeah, then I went to the store later on yesterday, and I found this pack, and I thought, it'd be an easier video to make for today while I put finishing touches on the 5-year anniversary video. Anyway, I was very interested to see when I opened up this box that there's a little plastic bag inside with our gate stands, which are plastic pieces. I thought they would just be cheap cardboard. like the gate itself. This was surprisingly hard to remove from the packaging since it was taped down. I have an earlier shot from this video. Unfortunately, I had to redo this whole section, so I don't have that footage anymore, but it was taped in for some reason, and just little parts of it were sticking out of this little opening in the back. And yeah, it was taped to the back of the cardboard box, which was just such a bad design choice. It would have been so easy to rip. Heck, mine already got a little bent, you could already see, and I'm sure so many kids will just disregard this piece and not even realize it's meant to be part of the set. Of course, so this makes it a story pack, right? Because you have this tiny little gateway opening for Circus Velocitas, a location that will appear in On the Road. Now, how are we supposed to attach these? It's nice to see that these pieces are plastic, but like, really though? They're so ugly. They're just these big, ugly plastic pieces. Oh no, don't tell me it can't stand. First color changer's Guido, now this also can't stand? You're kidding me. Can nothing stand anymore? Mattel, guys, you need to work on the structural stability of your products that aren't metal cars, okay? This is such a pointless little piece. I don't even know if a kid would get anything out of this. I think the gate stands are just far too ugly. They're these huge, obnoxiously large plastic pieces. Honestly, I would have preferred if they were more cheap cardboard. You know, you could just have like a little other piece of cardboard that slits in facing the other way, and it could probably let it stand up just fine. These are just big, ugly, like they're casting a shadow on my background, and yeah, it's the time of day. I'm recording this at 8 o'clock at night. It's not that bright out. I don't have any sunlight coming into my room, but still, it's casting a shadow. It's this big, ugly piece, and the Circus Stunt biplane probably can't even fit. No, probably, he definitely can't even fit through it. So we're gonna start taking a look at the pack. We will get started with Mater here, who again is just your standard Mater. By the way, there's a better look at the background there. Looks pretty nice. Looks a lot nicer than this gate. The gate is well put together. You know, it has some nice details, some interesting ornate designs going on. Let me get a pair of scissors to open this real quick. Alright, so here's Mater, and yeah, he's just your stock standard Mater, unfortunately. Despite being labeled Road Trip Mater, he's just normal Mater. Couldn't even bother to give him an updated expression, unfortunately. But yeah, now this is a made in Thailand Mater, which means he's fully metal, I believe. I'm not sure if they're still doing that, but at least when Thailand first started, their Maters were full metal, which is really nice. He does definitely feel heavier than your typical Mater. Most Maters for years now have had their back part be plastic, but when they did the switch over to Thailand, I believe Thailand started making Maters full metal, and I think this one is still full metal. Regardless, I'm probably going to repaint him for a future season of Cars Adventures or something like that. I have some plans for this Mater, but yeah, it's just your typical Mater. All the details you'd expect from Mater are present. There's his little A113 license plate. He's just a normal Mater. Wow, that took me less than a minute to review. But now, let's move on to McQueen. Road Trip McQueen, who is, of course, a new release for On the Road, unlike Mater, who's labeled as being different, but that's a lie. Now, I reviewed 2 color changer variants of Road Trip McQueen, but I am yet to review the regular version. Of course, this McQueen is also available in the first wave of On the Road singles, and I'm sure he will be released many a time in the next year. Now, I plan on probably buying the single of Road Trip McQueen, because I want to be able to do a separate full review on him and on his single. I know a lot of people are probably going to want to see a review on the new look from McQueen from this series, so when I find that case, I'll probably buy this McQueen again as a single, do a separate review on it, and end up repainting this guy. And I'll definitely be repainting this guy because, yikes, that's a paint blemish on him. Usually, I don't care that much, but this is the new McQueen design, and it's kind of annoying that mine in this multi-pack has a paint blemish, but it's okay, because like I said, I always planned on also buying the single. My plan was, if I bought this pack first, I'd buy the single separately and review him in a separate video, and now I'll repaint this guy. But as you can see, we've got the radiator springs on the Road logo there. Very nice, very, very meta Cars nice meta joke, guys. That's the name of the show. Of course, it's a very simple McQueen. I would have preferred if he was a darker red. In early promo art, it looked like he was, but I guess he isn't. I still think it's a bit too bright of a red. Maybe it should have been metallic, but as we started seeing more and more of the show, it seems like it's not metallic in universe. We have his Lightyear tires there, the 95 logo, which fades out. I wish that were a bit shinier, I will say. Maybe should be a bit more gold, and it is a little shiny. But I think even the color changes had to be a bit shinier. I like how simplistic this McQueen is, though. No racing logos on him, which is very appropriate. Doesn't even have a 95 on the roof, which is another thing I really like. It's just a nice, simplified McQueen design. You have this very subtle 95 on the back there. I just think it's nice. It's definitely not my favorite McQueen design, but I just still like the fact that they gave him a new design for this show in the first place. And I like that it's simple, and I like that it just represents that he's not racing anymore. You know, he's going on the road with Mater. It's post Cars 3. I think this is a very good representation of combining who Lightning McQueen is and the staples of his design with the themes of the series. Of course, like all 2022 McQueens, he has these little hooks so that the new Mater with the longer tow hook could tow him, but if you really wanted to, you could very easily connect this Mater to him as well, which is quite hard to do one-handed, so I don't think I'll attempt it. Just know it is possible. I showed that off in my Otis review, I believe. It's pretty easy to hook up Mater to a regular Mater to a McQueen. There we go, I did it anyway. Mater with a longer tow hook is basically a completely pointless release then, although it definitely would be a bit more stable. This is sort of a flimsy connection. Anyway, let's move on to the next car in the pack, the one and only Clown Pity. Poor guy is encased under plastic, which is so funny. You could definitely see this as a ripoff if you would like to, right? Oh, the Pity. Come on, isn't a Pity like half of a single, right? But I don't really care. It's a multi-pack. You're paying one flat price for all 4 of these cars. I really don't care. This is one of the 4 cars, so to me, doesn't really matter, although you could definitely complain, oh, it's too small, there should have been 2 of them. I really don't care. This is the Clown Pity. This is my guy. I'm so excited. This is one of my most anticipated releases for this year. You guys have no idea what my plans are with this guy in Cars Adventures. He may or may not become the Joker. But really, this is such a fun and funny car, and I'm so excited to take a look at it. It's using a very similar mold to a lot of the Cars 2 Pitties, but it's got a little clown nose, it's got lipstick on and face paint. We have these 2 dots up here. I don't know if they're supposed to represent like eyebrows or if they're supposed to represent other eyes, like you'd cover up its actual eyes. I'll take my scissors here, and now look, now it's sad. Now it's a... I don't know why those dots are there. I think it's just additional face paint. Of course, we've seen a lot of different Clown Pitties in the marketing for On the Road, but not this specific one. Although I'm sure, considering the fact that this isn't a named character, I assume this is going to be one of many. Nose seems to be a plastic piece attached to the metal mold. Really nice designs. Did not expect to see these polka dots on the back or the pink roof. But yeah, very nice. Very small Pitty, but it's a very, very nice release. It might be a new mold, but again, believe it is very similar to a lot of the Cars 2 Pitties. Definitely a very cool release, and I really, really like it. And finally, we have the Circus Stunt biplane. I feel like with just how much I've hyped up the Clown Pitty over the past few months, kind of given this guy the short end of the stick, but this is a really, really nice looking diecast. As soon as I first saw it in the pack, when I had it in person, I knew that this guy really was a stellar looking diecast. Stellar looking, because the quality on this guy is actually kind of strange. For starters, he feels pretty weird, which isn't really a quality thing. It's because he has a glitter wash over him, which is something I've never seen them do with a diecast before. I wonder if any of the other Circus performers will have this. He also has chrome going on down here. These pieces and the wings are plastic, though, and look at that. That is, man, something about the wings. They're just cheaper than a lot of other planes in the past of the Cars diecast line. Now, this is our first new plane that we've gotten in several years at this point, and it's really cool to have them. But yeah, there's just something cheaper, especially with that down there. I did not like that. Definitely cannot roll. But I mean, that's alright, it's a plane. You could roll if you pick it up a bit. But still, beyond that, beyond the fact that it feels a little weird because of that glitter wash, which isn't a downside. I think the glitter wash looks really nice. Just the wings are just not the best quality, and that's pretty upsetting. Pretty interesting expression on this one. There's a propeller, of course. It spins. There you go. A lot of interesting designs all throughout. I love this diamond design. Very, very circus-y going on here. And these cool flame designs, almost like tiger stripe looking on the wings. Looks really nice depending on how the light hits it. Look at that. That is pretty cool looking. Really unique color scheme. Like a lot of planes in the past of the car series. Looks like it's wearing an aviator cap. It's just so cool to be getting a new plane in the Cars diecast line. And of course, because comparisons were inevitable, here's El Chupacabra. No, they're not using the same mold. They are pretty different in quite a few ways. But yeah, there is a look at the bottom. Wow, it's fully painted on the bottom, which I did not expect. Again, you have chrome down here by the landing gears. I really like the fade-in effect from the chrome to the metallic design down here with more of those diamonds. Really like, really nice looking diecast. Just again, I do not like that, but luckily, since I'm just going to leave this guy on display, it shouldn't be an issue. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this review of the Showtime Story Pack. Name is entirely too long and entirely too repetitive, but thank you all so much for watching. These two new releases are great. This is McQueen and Mater. It's fine. You know, you kind of got to include them. I expect us to get more story packs as time goes on based off of other episodes, and I'm very excited to see them. I'm also very excited to complete the set of the other Circus cars that it seems we will be getting thanks to what was revealed at Comic-Con. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know who your favorite car in the pack is in the comments. We'll see you guys next time. Bye now.